These are some rare books that you probably aren't going to find at your local bookstore. Disclaimer, I'm not like a collector of rare books or anything like that, but every once in a while there's a book that I want that goes out of print, and so I got to hunt it down. And so these are some of the more weirder, esoteric, rare books that are kind of harder to find. The first one is this one. It's called The Psychic Battlefield, A History of the Military Occult Complex. This book is all about militaries have utilized magic, mind control, prophecy, but all the way from like ancient times to like Renaissance, medieval, and it claims that there are some CIA occult and psychic abilities. This book is definitely super schizo-pilled. It's out of print and it was from the 2000s. Maybe it's out of print for a reason. Maybe there's things in here that they don't want you to know. Probably not, but yeah, this book has been out of print for almost 25 years, so pretty rare. God and Gollum Inc. by Norbert Wiener. Norbert Wiener is one hell of a name. He basically led the sort of philosophical movement around understanding cybernetics. This copy is from 1964, and God and Gollum Inc. is particularly understanding the religious implications of cybernetics and the theological implications of cybernetics. This book was famously very studied and heavily referenced by both Nick Land and Mark Fisher, and it is currently out of print and pretty rare. Next is this 1990 copy of Seduction by Jean Baudrillard. I don't know how to say it. I am not French. I butcher his name all the time. I'm so sorry. He's one of the more famous post-Marxist philosophers. And Seduction is all about this sort of unpacking the concept of seduction and relating it to both power dynamics, capitalism, and just our general social structures. But it's kind of giving a sort of similar vibe to Deleuze and Guattari's Anti-Oedipus with what their sort of concepts of desires. So it's interesting. But yeah, this book has been out of print for a minute, and you can only get vintage copies, and they're pretty rare to find. The Laws of Media by Marshall McLuhan. Famous for his concept, the media is the message. Marshall McLuhan is sort of one of the main philosophers when we talk about like the philosophy of communication, marketing, very influential on Jean Baudrillard and also like David Cronenberg, if you're familiar with any of his movies. And yeah, I wanted a copy of this, and it's currently out of print. And so this is a first edition of it. Very cool if you're a fan of like this type of philosophy. Yeah, those are some of the rare books that I have that are out of print. I'm not doing an outro.